been down that road with you, and girl, I ain't never going back. 'Cause a man can't forgive what he can't forget, and I ain't forgot you yet. So I'm not falling for that. Yeah, I'm not falling for that. Daddy told me when he raised me, son, he said never leave a job just halfway done. Whether it service. And good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Orange Blossom Social. I am your humble correspondent, Bobby Randall, along with Dangerous Dave right here. Fast Eddie over my shoulder here. Mm-hmm. And the house is loaded with production people. Nathan Smith is here, Aaron's here, Kurt's here, the boss, Roger, on the end of a mop, which was awesome this morning. There we go. And, of course, Heather up there and running the controls, keeping us in line. Good morning, everyone. As you know, is there anybody here that's new at the Orange at this show? First-timers? A lot of first-timers.
A few of them.
All right. So for you first-timer folks, what you don't know is you come in, and of course, you get free coffee and donuts. And then there's a $100 donation that we will be taking up immediately. No, what we tell you is the show is about you all. We have in our hands everything that's going on here at the Orange Blossom Opera. We have some special announcements and some things going on that we'll share with you. But mostly the show is about you all and your opportunity to ask questions about the Orange Blossom Opera. Band, music, guitars, motorcycles, anything except politics and religion are out. Anything else goes? Same for all you folks watching online. Aaron's up there. Now, is Captain Kurt like breaking you in, or is this because we didn't know Captain Kurt was going to be here?
Basically, I think it's because Kurt was supposed to. Well, had gone to Georgia this weekend.
Took a fast train to Georgia,
and got back quicker than we expected.
Yeah, did you ride your motorcycle up there at night?
I did.
Yeah, how was that? It's fun riding at night. A little scary, but fun, really.
It was fine. 19 was the worst part of it.
Yeah, no critters.
There was a lot of deer.
Yeah, you got to be careful with. Yeah, well, there is that.
Yeah, well.
Nathan Smith also has a story about riding at night, but we won't get into that.
Well, you know, we were talking about how this show is about, about the people, and well, Keith and I had quite the guitar adventure this weekend.
Yeah, you all went to the guitar show. And-
Sarasota Guitar Show. It was one of the biggest shows in central. I guess it's Central West Florida or something like that. It's the second largest guitar show in Florida.
right. And did you put a dent in your wallet or any? You guys
You
never
know,
came off any money.
It was, well, we'd gone to sell some stuff, because Keith had a couple guitars that he'd not completely in love with. I mean, he loves all his guitars, but he has more that he loves more.
Yeah,
So
cash.
we were doing that, and I came really close.
Oh no.
There was not a guitar, but an amp. There was a red Germino JTM 45 50-watt Marshall head.
Oh, don't bring a Marshall in here.
And,
Nathan will have a fit.
That's actually what talked me out of it. I was like,
Nathan
Nathan
will
would kill me.
Nathan will kill me. I come trucking in here with this big old Marshall. He'll go, get out.
You know what was funny though? There was hundreds of people there. It was a pretty big show.
Yeah.
Keith and I were recognized
Well, I suppose you guys are big stars.
a couple of different times. I was recognized twice. Keith was recognized 4 different times.
So, oh. wait.
And what was funny is we're just walking down the aisles, and I was recognized by dealers because I've done a lot of dealing and stuff
Oh,
like that.
it wasn't Chris Hansen didn't recognize
No,
you.
no,
Okay.
no. But we're walking, and this guy turns to Keith and he goes, "Did you used to play in Branson?" And Keith's like, "Yeah, like years ago." He's like, "You're the guy that's on that video that's doing the baritone, but you're playing it upside down."
Yeah,
It's like-
wow.
So
That
yeah,
would
it was,
be
it was
him.
pretty funny.
All right. Well, as we go, we have some Facebook questions that start out today, and
All right,
You-
Kurt Olson wants to know: have we ever thought about doing soundtracks like "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou"?
what would soundtracks mean? You mean
Cutting
cut-
the music for like TV shows and
Oh,
movies
I
and
mean,
stuff.
we're for hire for anything. We
Yeah,
are
if you got a movie project, we'll do it for you.
we are the whores of music up here.
We'll work for guitars.
We'll work for money for guitars, but yeah. Well, no, we
On
would.
stage, no.
No, there's no reason to do tracks for anything. One, we are the Orange Blossom Opry Band, the no track, all live country band, or whatever we are. That's us.
I think they were specifically talking about doing songs like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou is kind of I don't know. What people need to understand and look into, we have this conversation a whole lot. In order to pull off a song like that, sometimes you have to have the voice for something like that. I'm not saying we couldn't pull it off. We're not really a bluegrass band. We might could pull it off. But it's a lot of times when people ask for songs, I say, well, we don't really have a guy that can sing that. We try to sing what we can sing and stay away from what we can't sing. But keep the questions coming because that's what we're here for. Let me talk about this for just a minute. A great show last weekend, everybody. Wasn't it the boys from the band?
No, this past week was the Everly Brothers.
Well, so the week before that, wasn't they good? Yeah, it was the Everly Brothers guys. And
they are fantastic.
yeah, Nathan out there said that they were exceptionally good this time when they were here. I didn't get to hang around with them because we'd been working and we went home. But nice fellas. And Nathan said they were, anybody at that show, at the Everly Brothers show, were they good? Yeah, I heard they were good. Yep, awesome. All right, and
Yeah,
nice guys.
The coolest thing about their show is, the Smed brothers are brothers, obviously. The drummer and the bass player are siblings as well.
Yeah, brother and sister.
Brother and sister, and they're the children of Burley Drummond and Mary Harris of Ambrosia.
Yes.
They're the drummer and the piano player from Ambrosia are their parents.
Here, watch this. You ready? Put your hands up if you know who Ambrosia is. Okay, that's pretty good.
We're in the right demographic here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, well, they were a band in the 70s,
70s,
80s.
yeah.
70s, big 70s band. Well, anyway, they were awesome. And this week, the Van Morrison guy's coming. And, when he first came here the first time, I thought, whatever. But I watched his show. They're really, which is why they're back, of course. They're really good, really, really good. And they will be here on Saturday. And it said they will be doing songs such as Brown Eyed Girl, Crazy Love. Are they doing Crazy Love? That's queer. Tupelo Honey and Moon Dance and more. That's on this Saturday. Let me just cover that, and then we'll get to this question here. Okay. Also, this Thursday, everybody, is Classic Country Thursday, and we'll be playing all the old classics stuff. There's a few tickets left for that show. Kathy Pollock will be our guest. And
I want to pull out some George Strait this time.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
All right. Well, we got to get.
It won't be quite 70s. I think the song that I want to do came out in 1980.
What do you want to do? What do you want to play?
Amarillo.
Amarillos by morning. Armadillos by morning. Yeah, that'd be fine. They'll like that. Well, we play. I don't think we play much in the 80s. So pretty much all the stuff we play is 70s. And here's what I have noticed, just so if Junior's listening. Junior needs to pick up some classic country stuff because I end up singing a lot of that stuff because I know all of it, and I'm the weakest singer in the band, so I shouldn't be singing that. But I know all those old songs because of my dad and all that. Anyway, so that'll be
Junior would say, because you're old.
Yeah. Well, that as well. But anyway.
Speaking of old, there is a deal in the works of a soundtrack. Getting soundtrack.
A what?
You guys record a song for the back of a TV commercial, Prevagen and Depends. So we're working on that, trying to make a side deal on it.
Boy.
Well, let's get
Don't
to the
forget a little bit of Huggies.
All right,
Let's
question.
go ahead and get to the Facebook question. Tanya on Facebook wants to know, what are the vacation plans and do we have any fun trips on schedule? My plans are to move into our new house.
Aha.
Charlene and I are 2 weeks out from closing on our new house, so that's going to be my entire vacation plans, is getting the house in order and getting everything set up. And my youngest son, Davey, is going to be coming for a week, and we're going to have a big old time. But not really planning on going anywhere. My eldest son wanted us to come to D.C. for the 4th, all the festivities up there. But I don't know if I want to be that close to D.C.
Yeah. There you go. Well, I can tell you that Keith's going to Virginia, and he's got a few dates planned, go back to play a few dates. He'll spend most of his time with his sweetheart, Rhonda, and probably riding his motorcycle the entire time he's there.
I know Dustin's got a bunch of tour dates planned.
Dustin's got some tour dates. He's out playing a bunch of dates. Dougie's going to go hang out with his now fiance in Mississippi. I don't know. Randy usually takes a trip out west somewhere. I don't really know. That's what he's going to do. And my vacation plans for the first time ever are all over the place because they change every day because I'm trying to coordinate a bunch of other things. But the one thing I will get done, no matter how, is I'm going to put my mother on the back of my motorcycle, her remains, on the back of my motorcycle and ride her to Idaho where she wants me to put her remains in her grandmother's front yard. So some way I'm going to make that happen along with everything else. So it'll be her last ride. So there you go. That's kind of what we might have going there. Let's see. On the party on the patio this week, man, we're right in the toilet. This don't happen Thursday.
Well, it's getting towards the bottom of the barrel there.
Wow, bottom of the barrel on Thursday, everybody. John Johnson will be out there. Hi, buddy. Good morning. Yeah, we love. You don't wear your own shirt, do you? John Johnson shirt. Yep, me either. I never have done that. As many years as we have even Confederate Railroad. I have one old Confederate Railroad shirt that I wear once in a while, but I'm not in the band anymore. But when I was in the bands, never wear your own shirt. Kind of look weird doing that. John Johnson will be there. Let's see, Lou Berry on Saturday. Who's on Friday? We're talking about the patio.
Let's see here. Oh, Lupe Faustino.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome. He plays piano and sings real well. He's a good guy.
Lupe Faustino. Is that the guy that owns an Italian restaurant? Okay.
Maybe.
Never mind. Now watch this, everybody. For the first time in the history of the Orange Blossom Opry, I have the correct pronunciation. Sue LaFavor. LaFavor. It will be out on the patio next Thursday.
I've been calling her Sue Lefebvre.
Well, everybody's botched her name, and everybody is. I finally went to her last week, and I said, look, I know I don't look like it, but I'm a relatively educated guy. Could you please tell me how to say your last name, and I will get it right. So that's how that goes. I don't think so. In answer to Terry, I don't think Mike's going to go because Mike doesn't know what Bobby's doing because Bobby doesn't know what he's doing yet. I'm trying to coordinate a bunch of guys, but if
That was a question on Facebook.
Facebook to
Mike
Terry.
They want to know if Mike McCarty's going on the ride with Bobby.
no, I don't think so because Bobby doesn't know when he's going yet. Partially, Mike might go if I knew what the hell I was doing. Anyway, let's move on to Fast Eddie's album of the week. What do you got up there, Hossy?
Oh, it's pretty cool that in the collector's world, you don't see 45s signed. You see albums.
Oh, yeah.
And you most certainly don't see 8-track signed. So that's a Crystal Gale 245 signed and an 8-track signed by her. Very
Awesome.
cool. Yeah. Pretty
Awesome.
cool.
Nice.
Because she's been here many times. Many times.
I have Sawyer Brown. We actually had a couple of 8 tracks. We had 8 tracks out there, and I mean that's antique, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, if Nancy on Facebook wants to know, will the band have to practice a lot for Terry McBride? The band doesn't practice like that. The band gets the material and you just go learn it. What we do here, in cases of Terry McBride, we know a lot of his songs anyway, but we'll get the material just like anybody else. We have to back Billy Buchanan, which I have an announcement about that in a minute. We have to back Billy Buchanan here in a couple of weeks, and the band has the music already for Billy.
Before that, too, we have to back the Family Tradition show.
Hank guys. So the people already have the music. The guys in the band, everybody has the music weeks before we back these people. And it's up to you to learn all that stuff on your own time. And then we show up the day of, and it's not really practice, it's rehearsal.
Yeah, I was
And
about to
kinda
say,
go over it.
there's a difference between practice and rehearsal. Practice is what you do at home by yourself.
Yep.
Where you take and you pick apart the song and you learn the licks and you get the feel. And then rehearsals when the band gets together and puts everything together.
Yep.
So it's kind of like prep cooking and
Well, and the reason for that is simply this. First of all, this band has so much material to learn. It's constant. It's nonstop. Every week, this band's learning something. Every week, and generally not one. Generally, 3 to 5, 10 songs. And so you don't want to come in here and start trying to figure out, hey, what's that? You do all that at home. That's what, like Dangerous said, practice. So you go home and work all that stuff up on your time. And then when you come here, you have your game together. As we know, for a person that is not here any longer, that didn't work out for that person so well, you gotta practice at home. That's the rule of any band that you're in. Practice at home, rehearse when you get here with the band. So hopefully that clarifies some stuff. Because we come back right out of the box. When we come back from our vacation, the first show comes back on Friday night, and I need to double back to Billy because I got off in the weeds. But we come back on Friday Night Live with a Friday Night Live, and the next day is Derek Spence, which is a George Strait tribute, and 2 shows. So, most of us will come back from vacation the day before we have to go back to work. So you got to work on all that stuff. I wanted to double back to Billy, though, for a second, because they're going to do a special thing for Billy. They're going to BOGO his show, which is in 2 weeks or something. I don't know when it is.
3.
3 weeks? Yeah, so
The last show.
if you're interested in coming to see Billy, now you can bring a friend for free.
Well, it'll be 2 weeks from Saturday.
Yeah, it's the last Saturday we play here at the Orange Blossom Opry before we close. So the Billy Buchanan show will have buy one, get one free. So that's pretty cool that's going on. Anyway, and we're always looking for more questions. As some of you new folks that are here have not ever been here before, what also happens then is if you don't ask correct questions,
We
and
start asking you questions.
Yeah, try to engage. We'll say, why'd you wear that shirt, sir? Okay, so just saying that's what's going to go on. If you
Well, speaking of that, I really like the shirt John's wearing today.
what's he got on now?
He's got the She and I Band T-shirt.
The She and I band. She and I live in our own. You guys aren't playing any on vacation?
Actually, we are. We have several dates booked we're playing at Norton's in Crystal River on the July 5th. And, let me look. We're also playing at Norton's on, that's June.
Okay.
July 26th.
All right. Awesome. All right. Well, the guys always, Keith's going to play some solo dates, but mostly up in Virginia.
Yeah.
And because I still don't know what I'm doing, I'm not playing anywhere. I'm not doing anything. I'm going to just kind of hang out for a while. That's what I'll be doing. Hey, John Barry will be here, everybody, on August 29th. He's awesome, also backed by the Orange Blossom Opera Band. And Doug Stone will be here in September. That's pretty fun. I was trying to get back here where I was, yeah. Here's a big announcement, everybody. And where's Roger? Roger, you won't believe this, but a few days ago, I don't know what today is, Wednesday, Tuesday. So I was actually listening to Christmas songs. So, yeah, as much as I hate it, I was, because I have to write the Christmas show, and I'm just trying to, I thought, you know what, I'm not going. Last year it got away from me. I didn't really start working on it till late September, and I was in panic mode the whole month of October and November. I was eating Zantac. Is that what it is? Acid reflux stuff every night. But this year I'm going to start in August and start working on the show and start putting it together so I don't have such a nightmare. But I was looking at.
I have a Tiny Tim's Christmas album you can borrow if you
Should
want.
we do a Tiny Tim Christmas?
Yeah.
Let's
I
have
do.
a Tiny Tim Christmas. I don't think anybody come to see that. They'd be
Yeah.
tiptoe through the
Tulips.
Oof. Wow.
All right. Well, Tanya on Facebook wants to know, Bobby, are you playing anywhere this year outside of the Opry?
I have one a concert booked in September. I don't know when it is, but there's a big concert up in Sanford, Michigan. They used to have this thing that's called, I can't even pronounce it, Polkapalooza. I don't even know what that means. But anyway, it's a whole weekend of all kinds of bands playing, and I think I'm the headliner up there one night. And now before you ask, are you going to take the Orange Blossom Opry Band? I've decided this year not to. It's too expensive, but more than that, it's too hard on the guys, because the guys have to leave here Saturday and go straight to the airport, get picked up at the airport, drive up there, and play, and it's just too beat up. So I got a few buddies up there that are really good players.
What he's really trying to say is we're not good enough to go with
No,
him.
that's not the truth at all, and they know that for sure. That's not the truth.
It's one of those secret concerts, Hapalooza, I think, or whatever that's called. I believe that's like a hippie fest where clothes are
Hackapaloogie?
optional.
Yeah, it might be similar to Burning Man. I'm not sure, but that's what anybody know what Burning Man is? Nobody. Oh, you do? There's the hippies in the audience right there. If they know.
Uh-oh.
Bobby can
Charlene on Facebook wants to know if Bobby can come play with the She and I band anytime.
Yeah, play. Of course I could. Anytime you ask me, I will play. So you should know better than that. Wait a second, though. If it's going to be one of those outside gigs you guys play where it's 120, I might sit that one out. Yeah, that's dedication right there. I can't hardly even go outside here in July. Nevertheless, try to play music out there. My gosh. Speaking of music, yesterday, you all know Eli Rogers, right? Everybody knows Eli. We cut some new sides on him yesterday, putting some new music out. And we recorded for the first time a song that he wrote. And how it happened by accident, because he always sends me a lot of songs. Hey, what about this? What about that? I send him songs. I don't tell him these are songs I wrote. I send him just a bunch of songs when he's wanting to record. And so I had no idea. I picked out this song and I said, this song's pretty cool. What's this? And he said, well, it's the first time I ever wrote my song. It's the song I wrote. And I said, well, you know what? I think we can make something cool of that. So we recorded one of the songs he wrote, which if you write songs and stuff, that's a pretty cool thing, cool feeling, because I was pretty hard on him. He's pitched me a lot of songs he's written, and I went, it's not very good. I don't want. You're just wasting your money recording that kind of stuff. So we're excited about that. That he got a song of his own on and Nathan Smith at the helm. Yesterday we had a good time too. A lot of fun. It's fun with the Orange Blossom Opry Band. People say this all the time. You guys look like you really get along. You guys look like you have fun. Yeah. There's no BS in this band. There is absolutely no drama in this band. Everybody in this band are friends and like to hang out. And one of the things is to see that is to walk in the studio, because that's where it's really hard work, because you've never heard this song before. Okay, Dangerous, what are you going to do? Okay, let's do this. Hey, I'll do that. What about you do? And we all work together as a group without arguing and anything, and it's just an amazing thing. And what comes, the outcome of that is and will be awesome. So we'll keep you posted on that. We're excited for Eli.
Kind of interesting watching that, though, Bobby. It's kind of like watching sausage get made.
Yeah, Mike came by for a while yesterday. Well, if you don't know, if you don't know, I don't want to say music, but if you don't know that, it may be a bit, Dustin wrote the charts yesterday, and because I'm not very good at that. I can write, like you, I can write charts for me because I know what I'm talking about, but I can't really write charts for everybody else because I'm not that good at it. Dougie and Dustin are awesome chart writers, and they write every little detail. And we picked up his chart and looked at it, and we said, man, this looks like a menu at a Chinese restaurant, because it was just everywhere. But if you don't know that and don't know what that is, you look at that and it's like, what the hell is that? So anyway, it went real good. That's my point, and we were all there having a big old time. Let's see what else I have to remind the people. It is only 3 weeks till break time. I don't know what we're going to do, but I think I have the answer right here. Okay, so while the Orange Blossom Opry is off, it looks like we are going to live stream some of the best of the OBO Band and Friends, which I guess would probably be on Thursday, and the best Friday Night Lives are going to air. So we'll still be here on Thursday night and Friday night airing some of the old shows. Here's my question to you, Dangerous. Who's to say which ones are the best? Who's making that decision?
I think it's the boss up there.
Okay, well, as long as it's a boss, it's good. Because I a couple of those I've looked at and went, "Bleh." Yeah, most of them are really good. Our Friday Night Lives, we've been hitting on all cylinders. So would you say that, Nathan? Most of them have been good. We haven't. Once in a while, and Nathan's, who I've been friends with for 30 or 40 years, will come back at stage at the break, and in his nicest voice, going, you know what, you guys suck. You need to pick it up here a notch. You're not so he's a good coach.
But it's always a good sign when he comes back into the between sets, and he's like, you guys are firing on all cylinders tonight.
Yeah, y'all doing that. You ever notice Nathan has a routine? You want me to tell you what his routine is? Because we take a break, on Friday Night Live, and I've watched Nathan now for years. Routine is comes down in there, walks into the back, and gives us a report usually. Hey, man, you guys are killing it. Hey, sounded good. Or, hey, this doesn't sound good, or that, this and that. Tweak whatever needs to be tweaked. Let me see if I get it right. Then he goes to the coffee pot, and he starts a coffee. Then he goes in the bathroom and pees. And then he comes back out and looks at his coffee. And then he gets his coffee, and he gets it all together. And then he sits it on the counter and goes pees again. And then takes his coffee and goes back out. So if you want to know what Nathan
take
did.
care of business.
Yeah, that's right. So anyway.
It's scary that you know all that.
Well,
I think there's a stock in you, Nathan.
Hey, Eddie, we got yours down too.
Oh boy, yeah. What's
My routine? Yeah.
Yeah, I just got to make sure I'm emptied completely out before I hit that second set.
Yeah, that's right. That second set can be a long one, right? Can go long.
So what's Eddie's routine?
Yeah, what's Eddie's routine? I don't pay much attention.
But you really don't want to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think we can discuss
It has
on
to do.
air.
It has to do with.
He's not going out in the parking lot hitting the ball.
Yeah, it has to do with somewhat a former Galaxy performer. We're out back, just hitting it.
All right, just as long as you don't see him out in the parking lot, nose down.
Do you ever notice how the lights get more psychedelic on the second half?
Yeah, that's it.
There's a secret to that.
Nah, that's what the answer is.
Eddie, it's really not. It's a bunch of white light. I think the colors are in your head.
Yeah.
There's
So,
a lot of noise in there.
Again, we're getting not many questions out of y'all, so you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're watching, firing some
Here
questions.
we go. Some arms are going
I'm
up.
going to
so.
say because these guys are sleeping yet. All right, good morning.
Good morning, Dave from Ohio.
Hi, Dave.
Good morning. Dave, I just wanted to let you know that when you move into the villages, they have left-handed shuffleboard courts for you.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, unfortunately, we're not moving into the villages. We found a place out in Ocklawaha. We're going to
There
be
you go.
Ocklawahans.
Well, that's where I'm at, so come see me. Hey,
Yep, he-
the other thing is that I've been to shows here where the groups that come in have their own sound people, and I've been to a lot of shows here where we listen to Nathan make you guys sound great. I just want to say Nathan's awesome.
Yeah. Well, yes, without a doubt. Here's well, there's two things. Nathan is awesome. You know, Nathan's. I've always said I've known him for 100 years. Borderline wacko, borderline genius. So that's kind of what you have. But he's awesome. But the other thing is Nathan mixes this room, and not every room sounds alike. If you don't know what I'm talking about, walk into a gymnasium sometime and do that, or walk in here. Every room sounds different. So if you're playing now, a lot of guys carry sound guys with them. At Confederate Railroad, we carried our own sound guy, but there was a reason for that because there was a reason for that. But the best bet is if you were coming here, I would tell you, if you want my advice, let Nathan Smith do the sound. I don't want to pick on anybody. I don't want to discredit anybody. But there are bands that do come in here that are very good, and they may not sound as good as they should. And part of that has to do with Nathan. Now, some of the bands, whatever, you are what you are. But your sound man is your key to everything, because it really doesn't matter. He can ruin you or he can make you. If you're putting out the best stuff in the whole world up here and your sound man doesn't know what he's doing, you're going to sound terrible. And you may. So your sound man is a key to a lot of things. That's why we have a professional Grammy-nominated sound guy that works for us, as opposed to, oh yeah, well my brother-in-law's running sound because he's a bass player. So anyway, we're thankful to have him.
Well, I think people don't really realize how he makes it look easy when it's extremely difficult when you've got so many touring musicians coming in here with so many different gears, so much different things that could go wrong, and he just makes it look, nobody notices it. That's hard.
Important to remember, too, that this is not a really large room, and a lot of these acts that come in are used to playing like outdoor venues and rooms that have taller ceilings, and it's really difficult to control the volume. And one part of what makes the Orange Blossom Opry so enjoyable is that it's a pleasant listening experience. You're not going to leave here with a headache.
Well, you might, depending, but
Well,
I mean, it gets loud, and we don't. We're a band, and we don't. It's an old. Wouldn't you say that's an old? What's the word I'm looking for? Not scenario, but I mean, how many times have you people aren't even musicians, or I don't know how many people you said it's too loud? That's like the worst thing you can say to a musician. The absolute worst thing you can say is you're too loud. Because
I think you suck is pretty much.
Yeah.
well, you suck's pretty bad too. You suck and you're too loud. But nobody wants to hear that. And so one of the things that Nathan does is talks to the guys in the band when they come in here and they do sound check, and he'll come up and say, look, man, you're good and you're great, but you can't play that loud in here, because he's the guy that has control. Everything that you're listening to from a band, you probably don't pay any attention to any of this, but everything that you hear, from my guitar to my singing, my talking, everything he is in control of and runs everything. So my amp's just down here doing what it does. It's pretty loud, by the way, but it's down here whacking away. But that's not what you're listening to. You're not hearing that. You're hearing that come through those PA speakers, which he has control of everything. So if you sit up here and you play so loud that I'm blowing your face off right here, that all you can hear is my amp, and all you can hear back there is my amp, he's going to come up there and go, listen, dude, I'm going to knock you out if you do that, because it destroys the magic that he creates. Yeah. So it's really a team effort, and really, your sound man, I don't care who you are, your sound man is your most important guy.
Absolutely. We have a question down here, and then we have another question on Facebook.
Morning.
Question
My,
done.
name,
Yep.
my name's Len from Michigan originally.
Whereabouts, man?
Novi, Farmington, southeast corner.
Oh, no, that's where the rich folks live.
Yeah.
I never lived there, yeah.
We've been coming a long time, and I don't know if it's possible, but number one, you guys just keep getting better and better with the sound and the lights and the whole thing. We saw the Keith show. Oh, my God, that was just wonderful.
Yeah.
But the thing I'd like to know, if you can tell, how did you put this together with all of these different people from different, because it's just great. You guys are all terrific, but how did you find everybody to come to?
Well,
Long and winding road.
long and winding road. I'll make it short.
A lot of us just showed up and wouldn't leave.
Yeah.
That's
I
part of
came
it.
here.
Although Lori did try to kick me out.
Yeah, she did. We'll tell when we get to that. I came here a long time ago as a sub, and I didn't even really know the drummer. His name was Todd. What was his last name?
Bowers.
Yeah, Todd Bowers. He was here, and he called me and asked me to come down and sub because I had no idea. I never heard of this place or anything. So anyway, I came and played, and one thing led to another thing led to another, and things started to grow. Well, when I talked to Roger about, and I can tell you all this, when I came here, I absolutely did not want to do anything except sit back there and play steel guitar. And I told him, I said, you could tell people I'm Joe Smith. I don't care. I don't have anything to prove. I came here because I'd been playing steel guitar for Confederate Railroad for a long time, which means I've been playing the same 16 songs every night.
Isn't Joe Smith the drummer for Sawyer Brown?
He is. So I just wanted to be a better steel player because I came here and these guys were playing country music, and I wanted to be a better steel player. So that's kind of how it started. But when I talked to Roger and things started coming around, and I was not pushing for that. I wasn't going, hey, let me be the boss. I didn't do that at all. But anyway, when it came around, one of the things I said is, well, if you want this to be a successful venue, no offense to anybody, but there's a lot of entertainment at the Villages, a lot. It's not necessarily all good, but it's a lot, and it's free. So you can't come over here and have mediocre band and try to charge people for something that they, in this, and let me see. The Villages, people are playing music, but people are dancing and drinking and doing everything else. So it doesn't matter if they're any good. You don't know if they're good or not. You're just up there drinking and having a good time. You guys are sitting right there paying attention to everything I'm saying, and the same thing goes with the music. You're paying attention to what everybody does. This is a listening room. This is not a place to get drunk and dance and raise hell. This is a place to listen to music. So if your music isn't incredible, and above all of that, there's no way this could be successful. It couldn't. So, and Roger and Heather both were cool enough to say, and I said, these guys aren't going to come here for 50 cents. I got to talk these people into moving here. So that's kind of how it was. I've been doing this a long time, and everybody I kind of started putting together. I had my eye on Keith 2 years before he came because originally Kevin Kingston was going to retire. And I kept telling him, don't do that. I love Kevin. I still love Kevin. I said, don't do that. Well, then his health was bad, and he said, listen, I am done. So I had reached out to Keith 2 years prior to see if he would be interested because I knew he had done a gig like this, similar like this, but in Branson. So that was a little bit of a while to get Keith. The guitar player I wanted just wasn't working. That's all there is to that. Just wasn't working. And so we started looking for guitar players, and we went through a bunch, and Chris told me, Chris Cockburn, who was playing piano, told me that he knew of a guitar player. And I said, we'd been through a couple. So Dangerous came. Lori threw him out, and we're glad she let him back in. I don't know what happened there, but when he showed up to audition, she said, oh, that's fine and dandy, but get out. So,
yeah, that's my favorite story. Of all the stories that I have here, that's still my favorite.
So then it kind of came together. When our drummer left, I was trying to recruit this guy from Nashville, because all these guys, that's all I know. I don't know anybody around here. And no disrespect to anybody, but there's not this caliber of musicians in Weirsdale, Florida. So again, you got to be above. You got to do this. It's real important in this band that you have to read. You have to be able to read. If you can't read number charts and you can't read this stuff, like not like I mean secondhand without thinking, you can't be in this band. So anyway, it was a long process. We've gone through a couple of other little changes. This band, without a doubt, is the best. And I told you, the camaraderie in this band's amazing. These guys hang out together when I first came here, I played the first night, and I got them playing, and I looked around, and the whole band was gone. And I went, wow, they must hate me. And I thought that for probably the first month I worked here, because nobody talked to anybody. They're all pissed at everybody. This, that, what? And that went on for a while. And it was like a couple times I was playing steel back there and watched these guys right in the middle of the show stop and get in an argument and start. I thought they were going to get in a fist fight. And I'm going, what the hell? So that's where we started. Where we are now are eons beyond that. And I wake up every morning saying I'm the luckiest guy in the world because, man, I'm in a great place. I mean, I'm in heaven, man. So the only place I have to go from here is die and go to hell, because heaven can't be any better than the Orange Blossom Opry. All right.
Well, touching
Hope
on
you understood all that story.
touching on what you said about hanging out, that goes with this next question we have on Facebook. Terry wants to know if that's Tom in the golf pic.
Yeah, it is. That's Tom down on the far right over there, if you can see that.
That's the Orange Blossom Opry golf team.
Yeah, and I really don't know how that happened, how I became part of the team, because I'm terrible. But we golfed again on Saturday, and again, camaraderie. So we're with a bunch of bums, me and Dougie and Tom, and we're with the boss, and we're going, oh man. But again, it was like it wasn't. We didn't talk shop. We didn't do it. We were just buddies hanging out, having fun, and that's like family. And that again is one of the amazing things about this place. Yes, ma'am.
Terry from
Our golf game sucked, but our camaraderie was great. All right.
Terry from St. Louis.
Hi, Terry.
So I'm going back to Nathan and doing sound. So
All right.
when you have a visiting band here and I walk in and I see that they're doing their sound, I think, oh, this
You're
is
already
going to
mad.
be interesting, very interesting. And when the Phil Collins show was here, it was obvious that Nathan was involved. Not at all. It was very
Well, sometimes
illuminating.
Sometimes Nathan will go back and you know, look, it's really difficult. Let me tell you something. It's difficult to get anybody to do anything, no matter what it is. But now you're creative people, and sound people are creative too. So, you know, Nathan can't just go back there and go, look, man, you don't know what you're doing. You know, you suck. Get out of here. You can't do that. You know, you got to be, you know, diplomatic and all that. So he'll go back and help sometimes and suggest. I've had one or two times that I've said, man, can you go back there and tell those guys? Because there was a very popular band that comes here that had a new sound guy, and it was obvious because he was horrible. So I don't know, Nathan, would you say you run sound for 50% or more? Would you say 50%, 75%, 80? I can't see what you're holding up.
90%, he says.
Okay, so
He
about
said you're number one.
Yeah. So he does about 90% of the bands that come in here. Some of the pros, the professional guys, you know, Diamond Rio, those guys, they've had the same sound guy.
Ricky Skaggs brings his own guy down
Yeah,
there.
those guys, they're at a different level because, excuse me, because they have guys like Nathan working for them. So when you see the bigger acts come in, and I mean the national, like Lee Greenwood or Ricky Skaggs, Sawyer Brown, Diamond Rio, those guys, they have guys like Nathan working for them. So they're going to be that, where a lot of the other guys
And
don't.
if you've ever been a performer and gone out to a really important gig, and then all of a sudden somebody else has control of what you're doing and they butcher it, I learned that from experience. I ran out and bought the biggest sound system PV even had after that gig. I said, that's not going to happen to me again. So it's like, you know, that's why a lot of them do that, because they've been in some places not like this that really stink. And the sound man butchers them, and they say, that's not happening again. You know, it's
Your
their
sound man
image.
can make you or break you. And it's
Absolutely.
as simple as that. You can be the best band in the world and have a terrible sound man, And even a great sound man would be better to have because he can even make bad people sound good if they'll pay attention to him.
Well, speaking of sound men, Nancy on Facebook wants to know, Nathan, what are you doing on your vacation?
You going to Arizona?
He's going to Arizona.
Eddie, what are you doing?
Eddie, what's on your...
I'm going to work here for a few weeks to clean the lights and do some new setup of the lighting. And then, I've got just honeydew lists at home. So I'm definitely going to spend maybe a week or two doing that.
All right, question down front.
All right, Lou Barry Ocala, back to the sound thing. First of all, yes, Nathan does a fabulous job. And now, Bobby, isn't it true that it's not just setting up the sound, but during the show, Nathan's also very busy because there's also these different transitions going on. You might be playing acoustic guitar, you might be playing electric. Dangerous has a solo coming up. He's got to bring that up. There's all these different things going on, and that's why, let's say,
Pushing
a
the
professional
wrong
act
pedal.
like Diamond Rio might have their own sound guy because he knows their cues and transitions and changes.
Well, that's correct. There's, Nathan knows almost all the songs that we play, so he knows when a solo's coming. So if you look at the sound guy as the guy that plays all your instruments at once, pretty much, we have hopefully you have your guitars sounding like you want them. You want your, I have Dangerous does, we switch guitars a lot. So that's up to you. The tone of your instrument and that's up to you. The level is more what's up with him. He doesn't necessarily EQ. Now, he has come to me a bunch of times and, I mess with something. Hey, what is this guitar? Well, it needs more of this or that, trying to get, because sometimes how your guitar sounds right here may not be exactly what it sounds like out there. So he's involved in that with us to make sure we sound good. So there is that. But yeah, man, it's a lot of work. He's back there. If you look at him, he looks like someone out of a Mad Max show because he's just. It's intense, but he's flying the ship, if you will. We're the engine back here, but he's the pilot up there flying the ship. Yes, sir. Oh, it's the boss. What's it? Wow! Look out.
Well, just dovetailing on the sound guy, I've observed many times the first time act that comes in, the road manager is almost unbearable when he first gets here. And usually by the time they leave after that first show, he's all smiles and buddies, and if not then, at least the second time if we choose to bring him back.
Yeah.
It's a whole different mentality. But they come in with a big chip on their shoulder sometimes.
Yeah, there's, so the stage manager who is and road manager are the worst jobs to have in a touring band. Why you would want to do that in your life, I don't know. Because, it's just a tough job. So at the Orange Blossom Opry, if you come here with a chip on your shoulder, and Roger's right, some of those people come in here, in the morning. I don't know what's the matter with them. Maybe they're just angry people. But one of our jobs is to, look, man, I talk to those guys. And Nathan's an old biker rock drummer who can, probably still not afraid to, if I was in a bar and we were going to get in a brawl, I'd rather have Nathan with me because he wouldn't be afraid to jump in and start throwing bombs, But we try to get them calmed down. And, you don't know where they've been the night before, where they're going. I'm not sticking up for them. I'm just telling you I've been there. So we really, you never know who's going to come through that door in the morning and what shape their head's going to be in. And,
it could be Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde.
So our guys do a good job of going, hey, look, man, we're all, and when I advance the dates, I try to tell all those people that, because they don't know what's coming here either. They don't know if they're going to get in here as a bunch of idiots. They don't know who's here. And I try to tell them, look, man, these guys are all pros. I don't say this, but in reality,
I have to constantly practice the be nice order from the boss, Bobby. Be nice. Be nice.
Well, you have to be nice. I mean, you have to be nice. But when I'm advancing them without telling them this and sounding like a jerk, everybody in this band, me, Keith, a bunch of these guys, have all been places that they will never be, ever. So don't come in here with your attitude, Phil Collins, thinking you're Phil Collins, because you're not. I just picked them out of the sky. Anybody, because I and most of my guys in this band have been places you will never, ever be. You'll never play Carnegie Hall. You'll never do the things we did. So don't bring your attitude to us. We're here to help you, and we're here to have a good time, and we're here to make things happen. But if you start stepping on me too hard, which I've had a person do before. I had a person sit there one time and tell me she knew more about Sawyer Brown than I did. And I went, awesome. So, you know, people come in here, like Roger said, they can be a little difficult, some of them. But I think we win them over. Here we go. Next.
All right. Well, we have a question in front, and then we'll go to this one.
Oh, never mind her. Go ahead. No.
Hi, Lisa from Syracuse. So I have a bone to pick with you.
Okay.
See? We are going on. No.
Yeah, never mind her. Shut the
Commercial
mic off.
break.
Friday night.
Yeah.
We absolutely love Friday Night Live. And I think I speak for many people in here today. You skipped the Bobby on the solo feature song.
We ran out of time.
I
Bobby
did.
on the stool song that we always look forward to.
Well,
so please, in
yeah.
the future,
I
if that happens, eliminate another song and not yours. I know you are a very humble person,
Yeah.
but I think people would agree that we all look forward to that.
Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff on that. And what happened was, well, I'll throw him under the bus. Dustin just talked too much. You know, he can't. we have so many songs that we have 17 songs, and that allows for a little bit of talk. And when we do a solo, you know, the guy usually comes out and says, "Hey, welcome to the show, and glad you're here. And here's the song," and plays. Where Dustin decided to go. I don't know what he did, but I think he talked about his life history as. I don't know what he did. I'm just.
He was selling Amway.
Selling Amway. I don't know. Yeah, but that's all it was, and I don't care. And I'm not busting him for it, because as long as the people like it, I don't care. I don't care what you do out here. If you start losing the audience, you're going to get the hook. But if the people are into what you're doing, that's fine. So he talked, and so I had to dump 2 songs. And I thought, nobody cares about me singing. So thank you for caring.
All right, well, real quick, Kurt on Facebook wants to know, who is an artist or band that we've shared stage or billing with that we were in awe of?
I got here. There's one band. I'll put our boys up against anybody. We'll play against anybody. Most of the people will send you out of here. You know, you better show up with your full game. But that band, Brass Transit, that comes here, they're a bunch of bad mamma jammers, man. When they're here, they are awesome.
And it helps that they're super guys.
Oh, they're nice guys, but I mean, they're really talented. That singer might be the best singer I know. There's a couple others that the guys that are in the Bob Seger band, man, they're tough. I mean, tough meaning good, and tough meaning when we're out there going, we can't go out there and just goof around, boys. We better go out there and turn it on. Not that we goof around, but we do go easier on other people with music, meaning if there's a Carole King, or I'm just picking people out of the sky, I don't know, the Everly Brothers guys. We're not going to come out here and play Hotel California and play Life in the Fast Lane and just rock your head off. We kind of back off on our music a little bit. But when those boys are here, man, you got to bring your A game. There's probably a couple more.
Yeah.
But those are the couple that stand out. Yes, ma'am.
Judy from Texas.
Hey, Texas, really? I don't know if we had anybody from Texas. Whereabouts?
Greenville, just east of Dallas.
Yeah. Okay.
My question is, are there any future plans for Dave to do a solo night like Keith did?
As of now, no. Here, the solo thing. Yeah. Well, look. Here's what again, folks. I'm just giving you inside information. There's got to be a reason to do something. I don't just do it because I want to feature somebody. Roger, we had a person cancel an act that shouldn't have been here anyway, but they're out. So Roger says, what are we going to do? And I said, you know what, man? What about doing something with Keith? Because Keith has a great story to tell. Keith has some great different kinds of songs that he will bring to the show. And I think it could be something cool. So it was me. And then when Roger agreed, then I had to go sell Keith on the idea because it wasn't his idea.
Yeah, and it was a hard sell
And
too.
he wasn't up for it. He was going, oh man, I don't know, Bobby. I said, oh, Keith, look, you've got again. Remember me telling you earlier about that guy has been places that 99% of the people on this stage will never be in their life. He has done things they will never ever do. It's a cool story, Keith. Not everybody's played with Peter Frampton. Not everybody's played with all these people. So once he got in there and I got him over the hump. First, I had to sell the boss. Then I had to go sell him. And then he agreed, and it was awesome. So there's got to be a reason. I'm not taking away from Dangerous, but Dangerous, like me, is out here every night. He can do anything he wants. I never care what he does. So you kind of see Dangerous every night. You kind of see me every night. You don't get to see Keith every night. So it's not really going to be a thing where I need to go around and do everybody in the band. You got to have a reason to do it. You got to put asses in butts and seats. And now what we've created is a thing of, oh my God, Keith. So when I do that show next year, maybe he'll do 2 shows in one day.
The funniest thing and probably the hardest part of convincing Keith to do a solo show was getting him off the riser and into the center stage.
Yeah, he didn't want to be down front.
He wanted to do the whole show from up there.
Can I do it up here? No, you can't get down front. So he's a pretty humble guy and a nice guy. But so specialty shows like that, I'm trying to give you the inside where the thought comes from and the idea of it, of doing that. So, Dustin didn't do a Dustin Jenkins show about Dustin Jenkins. Dustin Jenkins did a
Vince Gill show.
Vince Gill show, Vince Gill songs.
He told Vince Gill stories.
And told Vince Gill stories and told Vince Gill. So that's what Dustin did. Now, will Dustin do his own show? I don't know. But that's the difference. Keith didn't play the music of somebody else. Entirely different shows. Keith Horn did This Is a Story of My Life. That's what he did. And it was awesome.
Talking about sharing stages. Everybody talks about the Peter Frampton, but I mean, that guy played with Waylon Jennings.
Yeah.
He did a world tour with Waylon Jennings.
Yeah, amazing stuff. Yes, sir. The boss again.
More observations and comments. Keith, after the show, seemed very pleased that he did it, I think, after the fact. And I think it gave him a big boost of realizing he had a chance to tell his story.
Yes.
I don't think he'd ever done that before. And he really got into what he was able to share with the audience, and the audience loved it.
Keith is such a humble guy, and like I said, when we were at the guitar show this weekend, and the guy recognized him from a show in Branson from 15 years ago, it's funny to see the realization on his face that he is a known quantity. He is a recognizable celebrity to speak of.
He's been doing this for a long time at a remember me saying about places where people will never be? He's been doing this at a very high level for a very long time in front of thousands. And he's not been playing the local bars, y'all. I mean, this guy's been playing stadiums and playing places, all around the world for years and years. And because of the way he plays, not only how talented he is, but just how crazy.
Recognizable he is.
Yeah, he's a pretty recognizable guy, upside down, backwards, crazy stuff like that. So, and Roger, he said, oh, people aren't going to care about that. I said, Keith, I think they will. When I was trying to, they don't want, I said, no, I think people want to hear that because some people just dream of being where you have been. And so that's the cool thing about it. Sir?
A couple other comments. Likely, if the timing is right, everybody on the stage could have the opportunity, even including Dave.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if we're right down to nothing else going, you mean?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, if
we're about to go out of business, maybe?
At the bottom of the barrel. But I think Randy has a story. He's in the back. He doesn't get much accolades. The mics and the drums kind of hide him. And
we talked about that.
I think his history is, he's very varied. A lot of the different things that he does, I don't think the audience itself understands or knows. Doug's another one. He's got a great repertoire. I think within the steel guitar world, he is recognized as being one of the best, not just locally, but nationally.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, yeah.
And he's had quite the career too.
He has, and has won many awards and things nationally as well. So lot of things that the audience doesn't really appreciate. They hear it, they see the quality, but I don't think they have the background of everything that goes on. The other thing I want to correct is you called Nathan kind of like you want him on your side because he's a biker. I've always thought he looked like Bob Seger in the younger days. So.
Well, yeah, but also, I mean, can we agree? I agree with Bob Seger, yeah. But I mean, if you look right now, from here, there's also a little Charlie Manson out there.
Well, it depends on how he wears his hair.
So there's a comment here, Roger, that says you really want to hear from Randy because you're such a big fan of the Backstreet Boys.
Well, that's probably not true.
Probably not true.
But there must be others out there that are. And then lastly, one comment, just because I'm a funeral director as well.
Uh-oh.
When Bobby says he's going to put his mother's remains on the back of the bike, it's his mother's cremated remains.
Oh, is that what you...
I have a real bad visual of that going down the road.
I was going to make a comment about that. How are you going to fit the box on the back of your
Well,
bike?
did y'all see Vacation when they had, what was her name, Edna, up on the roof? Yeah, it's my mom's. Yeah, my mom's already been, through the furnace there or whatever. yeah, that's, and there's all kinds of stories behind that. But you know what? That's what my mom wanted me to do. I don't care. I've never argued with my mother one time in my life, raised my voice to my mother, and that was the last thing she asked me to do. So my sorry ass is going to put her on my motorcycle and drive her out there.
All right, well, we're winding down real quick. I'd like to remind everybody, please, especially if you're watching online, that we really like you to go through and like and subscribe all our social media pages. We have a Facebook page. We have an Instagram page. We have a Spotify channel that not a lot of people realize. We also have a YouTube channel. Go through, subscribe to the channels, like the pages, make a quick comment, just even if it's just a hello from such and such. Any interaction with our pages is positive interaction. Share our pages. And especially since we're coming up to vacation, like they said, we're going to be streaming best of shows. So the YouTube channel and the Facebook page are going to remain live while we're on vacation. And don't forget that if you're on the YouTube channel, you can always go back and watch your favorite shows. Or, if you're curious to see what the band sounded like, go back to January of 2024, and you can see the very first night I played here. It's still on there. So, go through and like and subscribe to those channels because it really helps us out, and it makes this show possible. So we would appreciate if you could do that for us.
Heather, did I tell you all about Christmas shows, Christmas tickets? I forgot, but the tickets for the Christmas show will go on sale. So whatever I told you before. I know it's in here sometime, but it's coming soon. After the break, I guess, Christmas tickets will go on sale. There's a lot of things going on here at the Orange Blossom Opry. August 11th. So August 11th, Christmas shows, if Bobby's not in the nut house by then. Y'all check it out. Come see us at the Orange Blossom Opry. You'll be glad you did.